Happy Living here, and I'm happy to be broadcasting from WYTV7 in the beautiful Queen City, Charlotte, North Carolina. Folks, I love the class of 2021 and college graduates in general, and people from every walk of life just getting started or restarted or at a big transition in their lives. I love people ready for their next big step, ready to discover their reason for being on this planet. And that's why I love being here with you today for a special episode of the Something Significant Show. For this episode, I'm happy to share a commencement speech I prepared for the 8th Annual Grad Career Festival. And I hope you enjoy hearing it as much as I did giving it. That's why I love being here with you today for the Grad Career Festival. My job for the next 30 minutes or so is to inspire you to take the first step of 1,000 miles on the journey to your absolute best life possible. The amazing life you were meant to live. The kind of inspired life you imagine in your very best dreams. Yes, my job is to inspire you to take that first step, to begin a lifelong adventure along your path, the special path to your dream, your unique and distinctive journey, because that's where you're going to make your mark of significance on the world. But to make your mark of significance on the world, you must discover your purpose, your reason for being on this planet. That's right. To make your mark of significance on the world, you've got to find a way to live the life you were put here on this planet to live. The one that you and only you can live. And to live the life you were put on this planet to live, you've got to develop your own, your one-of-a-kind, your unique and distinct philosophies for your life. Because if you're not living your life by your own philosophies, you're living it by someone else's philosophies of the life that's best for you. If you're not living your life by your own terms, then your life is being directed by someone or something else. And you were not put on this planet for that. So at Happy Living, we've got a plan to help you be happy. Really, truly, deeply happy. And we've developed 7 foundations to help you do 4 things. Number 1, define your unique life of significance. Let's call that your ultimate life destination. 2, to survive and even thrive in the land of unknown outcomes. Let's call the trials and tribulations of your life your road bumps. And 3, to create your distinct philosophies of life. Let's name those your roadmap for navigating to your ultimate life destination. And 4, to apply your personalized version of the happy formula. That's what creates the energy or the fuel that you need to continuously move along the lifelong journey to your absolute best life. Yes, we've developed the 7 foundations of happy to help you generate the fuel and to create the roadmap you need to travel happily along the unique and distinctive journey to the life of your dreams. And that's what I want for you. So let's begin at the end, at your ultimate life destination. And I ask you, where do you want to go? What do you want to do? Who do you want to become? Think big. Think bold. The world is your oyster. so you can do anything you want. So ask yourself, where would I go if I could live anywhere in the world? Wonder aloud, what would I do if I knew I could not fail? Hold the thought. Who do I want to become as I begin the next chapter of my life, developing my authentic potential and full power as a human being? Imagine what it'd be like to live your life doing work you love, with people you love, in places you love, and all the while creating something of real value to others. That's what I call living a life of significance. And I can tell you, it's a very exciting life. And that's why significance sits atop our 7 foundations of happy. Think of a pyramid with 4 blocks on the bottom, 2 blocks in the middle, and 1 big, beautiful block on top. That block on top is significance. Imagine that's you, up there, living your life of significance, living your life as you define it, doing work you love, with people you love, in places you love, and creating something of real value to others. That's the ultimate life destination, so it sits atop the pyramid. And that's what I want for you. I want you to discover your unique and distinct reason for being on this planet, and then to design your life around living in your purpose, because that's where you'll spend all your days happily making your mark of significance on the world. But for you to get there, you're going to need a really good roadmap and lots of fuel too. So let's start with the roadmap. I wrote my first book called The Belief Roadmap to help people who are a bit unsure or are struggling with knowing where they want to go in their life. I wrote it to help them discover their inner beliefs and to help them identify the things in life that are most important to them, to help them get really clear on what it is they really want to do with the rest of their life. Not what their parents want them to do, not what their boss or their professor thinks they should do, not what their spouse or their family or their friends or what culture expects them to do, not even what they expect of themselves. No, the Belief Roadmap is about creating the unique and distinct philosophies of your life that will serve as that really good roadmap that'll take you to living your life of significance as you define it, your inspired life, the one you and only you were put on this planet to live. I wrote the Belief Roadmap based on my own philosophies of life. So think of that pyramid again. And the 4 blocks on the bottom, for me, are all about creating capacity. And the 2 blocks in the middle are all about discovering my purpose. But when you're just getting started or restarted, or you're in a really big transition in life, like going from school to career or employee to entrepreneur, the blocks on your foundations of happy may be blank. Your future will be unknown, and the unknown can be downright frightening. But stepping into the land of unknown outcomes, where nothing is guaranteed and where you will most certainly encounter unexpected and unwelcomed road bumps, stepping in to the land of unknown outcomes has helped me evolve into the fully realized and optimized person that I am meant to be. and I wrote my philosophy about stepping into the unknown and called it My Philosophy on Why We're Here. And I'll tell you, all the great things that have ever come to me have come through reaching out into that unknown. Every experience in my life, and I've had a bunch, and every one of them, the good and the bad, every one changes me in some way. I've been a paper boy, a janitor, a grocery clerk, a sprinkler installer, a college pole vaulter, a professional football player, kind of, a bartender, really bad one, a retail buyer, a sales representative, a financial auditor, a business executive, an author, a book publisher, and an entrepreneur. I've lived in more than 10 houses in 7 states, all across these beautiful United States of America. And I've owned 4 businesses and started a charitable organization in the summer of 2020. And I've failed and I've succeeded lots of times. I've been hired and I've been fired. I've been rich and I've been poor, gone through divorce and nearly drowned on separate occasions. Every adventure I survive, every book I read, every relationship I develop, every country I explore, every new hobby I learn, every time I start a new job or get fired from one, or move to a new city, or marry, or divorce, or have children, each of these things change who I am and what I want, and keeps adding tidbits of experience and knowledge and wisdom to the person I'm becoming as I travel along on my unique and distinctive path to the life of my dreams. Although it seemed like I never ever ended up exactly where I expected to be, each new adventure has enriched my life, often in unexpected ways, but always, good or bad, each adventure added to my total life's experience. And as my life has evolved, I've been filling in the blocks on the foundations that make me happy. The 4 on the bottom are physical fitness, mental fitness, financial fitness, and spiritual fitness. And the 2 blocks in the middle are love and adventure. So these are my 7 foundations of happy. Physical fitness and mental fitness and financial fitness and spiritual fitness and love and adventure, and sitting on top of it all is living a life of significance. And that makes me happy indeed. Okay, let's take a quick commercial break. Mr. Happy Living here. I love good things made for good people. That's why I love Happy Living's online e-course. It's an 8-week-long deep dive into you and the inspired life you want to live. The life you were put here on this earth to live. The one that you and only you can live. 8 weeks of lectures and ideas and topics and supporting materials and powerful self-improvement tools. All designed for you. All designed to help you create the tools and the power and the confidence you need to discover your purpose and to discover the life you were meant to live, and to feel incredibly inspired and motivated to decide you will live your life to its fullest. It's all designed to help you create the unique and distinct philosophy of you and your inspired life. Go to happyliving.com, select our e-course, and save $100 with promo code WYTV7. And for every enrollment, I'll donate another $100 to WITV7. For $300 and about 30 hours, I promise you'll never, ever be the same again. And we're back, and this is the Something Significant Show, and I'm Matt Gersper. And now let's get back to my commencement address, making your mark of significance. These are the things in my life that serve as that really good roadmap that's been taking me to living a life of significance, as I define it, my inspired life, the one I was put on this planet to live. And I've thought about each of these, and I've written about each of these, and I've created my own unique and distinct philosophies for each of these. And they help me live my life on my own terms. So these are my philosophies of life. I don't presume to know the best philosophies for your life, but I'll share mine with you now to stimulate some ideas, or to construct a framework for thinking and reflecting, or to offer as a template that may help you design your own philosophies of a life of significance that'll guide your way to your absolute best life. Because that's what I want for you. My life of significance is built upon a foundation of capacity. And I think of capacity as the ability to take really good care of myself and my family, and to have something left over to give to others. It's my personal responsibility to become fully optimized as a human being, utilizing the gifts that I've been given to create the life I want to live. My capacity builders are the 4 fitnesses: physical fitness, mental fitness, financial fitness, and spiritual fitness. And physical fitness is all about strengthening the body and encompasses not only exercise and nutrition and hydration and sleep, but also important health maintenance, like going to see the doctor and getting your blood work done and diagnostics. It's important to note that the energy created by the practices of physical fitness are finite. What gets used up must be replaced with food and water and sleep and exercise and so on. Mental fitness, or you may call it mental health, is all about strengthening the mind. And while not as tangible as physical fitness, it's just as vital. Mental fitness includes reading and meditation and reflection and goal setting and creativity and lifelong learning and the pursuit of hobbies. The energy created by the practices of mental fitness is also finite. The mind gets tired from use and must be rested, and its energy replenished. I define financial fitness as building the financial resources needed to provide for yourself and others. And for me, personally, it's connected to a deep-seated sense of responsibility to do so. It creates the freedom to do the things I want to do and enjoy them to the fullest without financial worry. Of course, financial fitness is also finite. To maintain financial resources, every dollar I spend must be replaced. My philosophy of spiritual fitness is focused on discovering and cultivating the inner being that is my unique soul. Spirituality is learning to detect the differences between energy and ideas created by my mind, earthly energy, and those generated from deep within my awareness, spiritual energy. Spiritual fitness is knowing that my inner spirit is my direct connection to the greater magnificence of everything in the universe. It's my practice of holding and strengthening those moments when my spirit is caught and staying in spirit more and more each day. It's awesome to exclaim that spiritual fitness is infinite. The more you use, the more you have. It's a lot like love. Actually, it is love. Before I move on to purpose, let me share an amazing capacity building concept called Kaizen. Kaizen is the Japanese idea that small incremental improvements will add up over time to yield great big results. As a personal practice, it means that there is always something I can do better tomorrow than I did today. It keeps me moving forward every single day. I may choose to work on a craft or a physical skill or a spiritual practice. I could be expanding my capacity for kindness or becoming a better listener or accepting others' perspectives more graciously. Kaizen can be applied to any capacity that I'm wanting to improve in my life. So here's my philosophy about capacity. I've made it my lifelong practice to do whatever I must to build the capacity I need to take good care of myself and my family and still have plenty more to give to others. And from that strong foundation, I do everything I can to discover and to live my purpose. In my second book, Turning Inspiration into Action, I explore the idea that major life transformations and discovery of purpose often come from devastation. Addictions, disease, death, disaster, some big crisis shakes your life. But I've used a happier way and discovered purpose in my life through inspiration. I discover my purpose, my reason for being on this planet, with those two middle blocks in the pyramid: love and adventure. Adventure helps take me away from the day-to-day. I relax my mind, quiet my ego. When I'm thoroughly away and relaxed, that's when something catches my spirit and inspiration strikes. I pay attention to what inspires me. Inspiration leads me to my purpose, and my purpose is where I want to live. I define love as doing things I love with people I love in places I love. One of the fastest ways to improve your happiness is to stop doing things or hanging out with people that make you feel bad, a feeling that is the opposite of love. Recently, I've learned to even stop doing good things that make me feel bad. If I've taken up a new practice to build my capacity, but I find out that I don't like doing it, then I'll stop and I'll find something else that I can do to build up that particular capacity. So I'd say if you hate running, try hiking. If you hate meditating, try reading spiritual books. I'm always trying to move towards love because love knows where my happy is. And when I'm living in my purpose, I'm enthusiastic, I'm excited and engaged. When I'm in spirit, my life is inspired and it flows easily. When you combine capacity and purpose, the sky's the limit. But I want even more than that for you. Because I've learned and I've experienced how the real magic of life comes from adding that fourth element of significance, doing work that creates value for others. The real magic of life comes not from taking care of you, but from giving to others. We've all heard that it's better to give than to receive, right? But do we all believe that it's better to give than to receive? Do you? Do you really believe it? Recently, I've been thinking about and talking about and asking a lot of people about how the real magic of life comes from that fourth element of significance, doing work that creates value for others. I've been thinking about the pure joy that it brings me when a reader is inspired by my books and creates a better life after reading them. I remember at one conference, some dude told me turning inspiration into action changed his mom's life. I didn't even know him or his mom, but just hearing about her reaction to my book was thrilling to me. But why? I started exploring the magic of giving with my guests on the Something Significant show. They all have the same reaction. One of them, an energy coach, she says when she helps her clients decode the energy playing out in their life and body and brings positive and lasting change into their lives. Or another one says when she helps someone discover the need to reduce the toxic burden in their lives and implement a plan and create a toxic-free, thriving, healthy, and confident life. And another one said when he helps his clients that are suffering from illness and feeling overwhelmed with life, and then he helps them achieve health and life results that they didn't believe possible. All of them, one guest after another, swears that doing work that creates value for others and lifts them up and helps them to live better lives, well, that brings the giver absolute, pure, thrilling joy. And I finally figured out why. All of them, all my guests, and me too, we're all living and working from our true, authentic, inspired selves. We're living in our purpose. My books are pure me, from the heart. If I recommend someone else's book to you and that improves your life, well, yeah, that'll make me happy. But if you read one of my books and it improves your life, that's thrilling to me. It gave me goosebumps when I first wrote these words. And again, right now, as I'm saying them to you, because I'm not just giving you something of value. I'm giving you a piece of my true, authentic, inspired self, a real piece of me from my soul. It's deeply personal and meaningful, and it's my reason for being on this planet. And so when you get value from it, wow, it creates a great, big, profound joy within me every single time. So it's not just giving that's magical, but it's giving from living in my purpose. That's where the magic is. But there's more. It seems that giving also helps you discover purpose too. That the act of giving can be a gateway to discovering your reason for being on the planet. So let me share a story I read while I was researching for my 8-week e-course called The Philosophy of You and Your Inspired Life. The morning of December 26, 2004, Czech model Petra Nemcová, then age 25, and her fiancé, photographer Simon Attlee, 33, were vacationing in the resort town of Khao Lak, Thailand. They had met 2 years earlier on a photo shoot and were living out a fairy tale long-distance romance. Nemcová lived in New York while Attlee lived in London, and they were always traveling all around the world, wherever their jobs took them. Nemcová planned the vacation in Thailand as a special surprise for Attlee, who had never been there. They had spent their first few days on a scuba diving cruise, sleeping under the stars. Petra said, "It was just so beautiful." It's strange how, in a split second though, everything can change so much. That morning came one of the strongest earthquakes in recorded history, triggering a series of devastating tsunamis all along the coasts of the Indian Ocean. Nemcová and Attlee were in their bungalow when the first wave hit. Petra said, "I heard people screaming and people running away. Everyone was so frantic. Then the water flooded their bungalow and pulled them outside in seconds. Simon was screaming, 'Petra, Petra, what's going on?' All the windows in their bungalow broke, and Nemcová was swept out into a current of debris, breaking her pelvis and disabling her legs. She didn't know that after that moment, she would never, ever see the love of her life again. He screamed one more time, 'Petra, Petra.' it was the last time she saw him. The tsunami left a trail of devastation and destruction in 14 countries and killed more than 230,000 people, including Simon. The next day, Nemkova was transferred by helicopter to a hospital. Her pelvis was so badly fractured near her spine that the doctors said it was a miracle she wasn't paralyzed. She had also lost half her blood from internal injuries that included a hematoma on her kidney. She spent the next few weeks recovering in a hospital in Thailand and then in her parents' home in the Czech Republic. But barely a year later, still recovering from her physical and emotional wounds, she returned to Thailand to start up the Happy Hearts Fund with the vision of rebuilding schools and the lives of young victims of natural disasters and overcoming her grief in the process. By giving, she says, you can heal faster emotionally, but also physically. There's a selfish element to it. Really, she says, when we make someone happy, we become even happier. If you decide yourself that you will help in some way, you will benefit the most because it will create amazing joy. Those who are not doing anything, she says, are missing out on a very profound joy. There it is again, just like my podcast guests and me, and now Petra, all of us saying that doing work that creates value for others and lifts them and helps them live better lives creates in the giver a profound joy. And then, in an article I signed for homework for my students in the e-course, I discovered the science behind the why. Compelling scientific data supports the notion that giving one's time and talents and treasures is a powerful pathway to finding purpose, transcending difficulties, and finding fulfillment and meaning in life. Let me say that again. Giving your time and your talents and your treasures is a powerful pathway to finding your purpose and transcending difficulties and finding fulfillment and meaning in your life. So, giving from living in your purpose brings profound and beautiful joy to your life, and giving your time and your talents and your treasures is a powerful pathway to finding your purpose. So giving leads to purpose, and giving from purpose leads to joy. Wow. That's the real big, amazing magic of giving. And that's how you generate all the fuel you need to navigate your really good roadmap and travel happily along the unique and distinctive journey to the life of your dreams. And that's also the final element of the happy formula. Capacity plus purpose plus giving equals happy to the third power. That's really, truly, deeply happy. And that's what I want for you. I want you to live your life doing work you love, with people you love, in places you love, and creating something of real value to others, giving to others, lifting them up. And that very idea is at the heart of my philosophy on why we're here. I believe when you give, you create ripples of positivity with unlimited potential that creates a vibration that can be felt throughout the cosmos. I believe we are here to become all we're capable of becoming with the gifts we've been given. So we're able to give to others, to lift them and help them become all they're capable of becoming with the gifts they've been given. And that's what I want for you. I want you to become all you're capable of becoming with the gifts that you've been given, so you can give to others and you can lift them and you can help them become all they're capable of becoming with the gifts that they've been given. The enormous energy from such a virtuous cycle of giving is enough to improve the happy of the world, one person at a time. And what could be more powerful than that? And now I'll leave you where we began. That first step of 1,000 miles on the journey of your absolute best life possible. And that inspired life that you've been dreaming about. I can hear it calling for you. It's calling you to be bold, to take that first step and to start moving along your path, the one to your special dream, your unique and distinctive journey, because that's where you're going to make your mark of significance on the world. And the world needs for you to do it. So just do it. I wish you every success and every happiness in life that you can possibly imagine. And now, folks, if you were inspired by today's show, please donate what you can to WITV7. They're a 501c3 charity on a mission to educate, empower, and encourage. They do good works with your kindness. And I want to thank WITV7 for hosting and promoting our show so we can keep interviewing inspiring guests and reaching folks out there ready to create their own extraordinary lives. A special thank you to our sponsors, The Philosophy of You and Your Inspired Life and Happy Living. And remember, I'll donate $100 for each and every enrollment for the entire month to WITV7. So tell all your friends too. Just go to happyliving.com, select our e-course, and enroll together as a group. And most especially, thank you, dear friends, for watching and listening and supporting our show. We do what we do on the Something Significant show to inspire you to live life to its fullest, to believe as I do that a better self is always possible, today and every day for the rest of your life. And I want you to know that that inspired life that you've been dreaming about, it's calling you. It's calling you to be bold, to take action, to start moving along your path, the special one to your dream, your unique and distinctive journey. Because that's where you're going to make your mark of significance on the world. Till next time, I'm Matt Gersper. You are awesome, and this is the Something Significant Show.